All right, a good thing that I have the chat going here. Great thing. All right, so let's go ahead and start all over again. Looks like clearly there's something in the coffee this morning. All right. So I appreciate everyone throwing out the chat there. No sound, no sound, no sound. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, listen here. Okay, so what I was saying earlier on, as we started the session, I said that we had some news coming out this morning. We had ECB press conference taking place. ECB press conference taking place at 9:30 this morning. But now at 8:45 we had the rate decision for the European zone, right? And the rate decision will stay unchanged at 0%. No changes to that. Now, what they did do is they had the monetary policy statement come out at the same time at 8:45. We've seen some action in the market. Now, if you take a look at the way the market moved on Sunday, we had big moves on Sunday, and then it continued on Monday, heading into Tuesday, but things really started slowing down. We started seeing the market, starting to hit resistance support and just started to consolidate. Now, after the market went ahead and consolidated, we're now going to see some sort of correction of those moves. Now, the question here is, are we seeing a correction of those moves, and this is just a temporary correction or temporary move, or is this actually price hitting resistance and support, and now we've hit tops and bottoms, and the markets turn around and head in the opposite direction? So is it a reversal, or are we seeing a correction? Well, this is what we're going to go ahead and take a look at this morning. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the currency pairs that we're focusing, and not only are we going to focus in on the euro crosses this morning, but we're also going to go ahead and take a look at the other pairs that are moving the market as well. Because as much as I like, for instance, Euro Aussie, as much as I look at Euro Aussie, my thought process is I don't really think it's the euro that's actually driving the direction of that trade. I think it's more the Aussie. But we'll go ahead and take a look at both the scenarios and establish what the market's saying from a technical basis, because the fundamentals are all over the place. Man, we are so messed up with fundamentals. You know, with the coronavirus, it's creating panic in the market. We can clearly see that the stock markets are going to hell. There's no doubt about that. But we're still seeing some great opportunities as a currency trader. We just got to make sure that we're on the right side of the trend. Now, fundamentals can really mess people up because they start looking at the fundamentals instead of relying on the technicals. So we're going to go back to the basics again. Stick to the technicals and see what's going on. All right. So now that we've got volume, and now that everyone can hear me, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning. We got Karen in the house, and I'm sure Karen's busy texting me, blowing up my phone right now. No, maybe not. Maybe not Karen. All right. Well, it looks like we're definitely rock and rolling. Rex, good morning to you. We've got Ollie in the house. Marvin, good morning. Jason, Craig. Everyone's here to go ahead and rock and roll this morning. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on, right? So let's go take a look at the currency pairs that we are currently looking at the moment right now. Now, we've got active trades on the Euro Aussie, Euro CAD, Euro JPY. We also got previous trades on the Euro New Zealand dollar, Euro Pound, and Euro US dollar. All right, so let's just say this. We're active on all positions, all right, in the Euro crosses. All right, next thing is we've got active positions on Pound Canadian, Pound JPY, Pound Aussie dollar. We have Aussie JPY active, and we have US dollar Canadian active right here as well. All right, so those are the pairs that we've got active. Let's go take a look, and you can see it's been a wild ride of trading this week. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie first and establish what's going on in the Euro Aussie. Here it is. Now, for those that have been following me for a while, you'll all notice that I always look at the larger time frame. All right, I'm always looking at the daily time frame. The daily time frame is the environment that I determine what price is doing and how price wants to go ahead and move throughout the week. And if you take a look over here, we've got price moving above, right, above this trend line right here, and therefore it tells me that this resistance is not quite holding. Now listen here, if you look at the way Euro Aussie has been moving over the last few weeks, you can see, in fact, my bad, it's actually the last month and a half, you can see that we've had actually it's a month, the last month we've seen the price really escalate to this point right here. Look at this, we've had a big move up here, obviously that spike moved it a lot higher. We're looking at a 2,068 pip move in 1 month. That is insane. That is insane, right? A 2,100, sorry, 2,000, and let's call it 68 pips. That is a huge move over one month. Now, look at the retracements that we've had since. The market had gone ahead and rallied up from this low here to that high, and it was a 1,000 pip move. We had a 350 pip retracement, and then the price moved another 1,300 pips up. All right. Now, some may say, well, big dog, isn't this a correction right here? Well, no, it is not. Not in my opinion. So what I'm expecting right here is I'm expecting price to not only continue this rally, but to also to come back down south. So we're going to go ahead and continue rally, but there is definitely a retracement expected. All right, the market cannot move 2,000 pips and expect to move higher than that without any sort of corrected move. Now, I'm not talking about a shallow 300 pip correction move. I'm talking about a decent 60% or 62% correction move from this. So we're expecting price, if I had to go ahead and put in a fib on this, I'm expecting price to come back to around about this level right here. Now, I can see I've got my support down here, strong support. We could go a little bit further than that. So we're still looking for about a 1,500 pip retracement move with a minimum of around about 1,250 as a retracement. So I'm looking for anything between that. Now, you would say, well, big dog, it doesn't look like it's happening. Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm saying it's going to happen. And I don't expect price to trade over, or at least trade above this high right here. The reason why I don't expect price to trade above that high, because I look at this and I say, well, listen here, if this was a flash crash right here, right? If this was a flash crash, all right, and price did not break through this level, and price held at that point right there, that means that that is pretty significant, right? And so it's going to take something really big to move it through a level that even a flash crash that was taking out stop losses up as it was trading up, because that's how it moves that quick. It starts taking out stop losses right here. Retail traders start taking some losses as price moves back up again. So with that being the case, with price moving up that far, it makes me believe that this is definitely a very significant level. All right. Now, if we go ahead and continue to monitor this, I'm expecting price to move back. It may not be right now, right? It may take some time. Now, this is a 15-minute time frame right here. And so what we can do is we can pay attention. If you're very anxious to see what price is going to do in the short term, then go ahead and take a look at like a 1 hour or 15-minute time frame. Even a 30-minute time frame is fine. And go ahead and put up some trends. All right. Now, if you take a look over here, this is the trend right here. We're hitting resistance at this point right here. So now we're going to be expecting some pullback. So if the market pulls back, which level am I expecting price to move under in order for me to feel comfortable that price is going to continue to move down south from a long-term perspective? I'm looking for price to move back below this trend line. And this trend line is marked off right here at around about 74.91. 74.91. So if I look at this right here, and I look at this trend line, oh, let's go back to that 15. 74.91 is going to take me at about this level right here. Well, all I have to do is go down. Okay, there it is there, 71. So 74.91 is right about here. So which means that I'm going to have to wait for price to go ahead and work his way back down to this trend line, break the trend line, take out the significant low right here, maybe come back to retest again, and then start heading back down south. So when I look at the 15-minute time frame, that's what I'm looking for. Now, if I look at the way the market moved from the low here all the way up, I see that we do have some price action that created this wave from down here and all the way up here. So there is a 5-wave structure that is in play. So which means that we're looking for price to come back down, all right, and give us this sort of correction move. All right, this type of correction. So we're looking for price to go ahead and let me move this up to here. All right, there it is. So we're looking for price to go ahead and give us this correction move. All right, an A, probably go ahead and test over here, B, and then go ahead and take out that low down there. We're looking for AB. Now this is going to indicate a reversal. When this happens, this is going to be a reversal right here. May not go up that high on the B pullback. Let's do this. All right, it's going to create our reversal. When we have our reversal, then what we're going to be looking for is price to do this sort of reaction. All right, so we're looking for this sort of correction move right here, and then price is going to move back down south. All right, so this is what I'm anticipating. So from a patience point of view, all right, I have to be now. If I look at the way the chart's built out right here, this is what I'm anticipating. All right, based on what I'm seeing as price action, I'm anticipating a correction move. Price eventually to start breaking through this level right here, and then it's going to start a new channel, and the channel is going to be bearish. Now I know that this is going to take some time. This may take us until Friday. This may take us until Monday, Tuesday next week. But I know now that I have to be a little more patient on this, and I cannot react. I cannot do anything until, of course, I start seeing this happening. So I'm going to be waiting for price to move in this direction. And when it moves back and retests here, and it goes into this channel, then I'm going to feel comfortable that the euro, Aussie dollar, is now on its way back down south. All right, and again, that 74.91 level, mark that off. That is a significant level for us in order for us to see price moving down. All right, so we want to see that happen. If it doesn't happen, we're simply on the sidelines and waiting for things to develop. Now, this move right here that we've seen right here, I can't see the euro based on the fact that they kept the rates unchanged. They're in a worse predicament than anyone else in the world. All right, they've got a lot of things that are obviously the eurozone is part of it's not the Brexit, because that is the UK, but the UK is dealing with the European Union, and they're negotiating with the European Union. So Europe is being affected by the Brexit scenario. Now, the coronavirus is absolutely a factor in Europe. Italy has a complete shutdown right now. You know, all other parts of Europe, as we go ahead and take a look at the map right here, have been affected. Take a look at here. France, Spain, Germany. It's just an Italy. This is actually, this update right here, which took place just recently. It's gone ahead and spread even more. Let me see that in the top. All right, so we've got Italy, we've got France, we've got Spain, we've got Germany. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 major countries inside the European zone that have been affected by the coronavirus. So the rally that we're seeing right here in Europe tells us that there's a lot of traders selling off high-risk investment vehicles and getting into safe havens. And they've seen that the euro is possibly a safe haven at this point in time. Now, as things cool down with the coronavirus, we may start seeing some sort of settling down on the euro itself. In fact, if traders start moving back out of the eurozone, out of safe haven currencies, back into in stocks, we will start seeing a very quick change in the momentum in this particular pair. Now, I'm not expecting me to hold on to this trade going into the end part of summer, but I'm watching this very, very closely. And yes, whether we like it or not, the coronavirus is absolutely moving the markets right now. And as we start seeing some development in that, we'll start seeing some changes in the market. Let me go ahead and take a look over here on this calendar on the futures index right here. If we take a look over here, we've got still right across the board. We've got Dow Jones down, S&P down. Let me go ahead and refresh this, making sure I've got the right data here. Yeah, it looks like it's right. So we've got down here, Nasdaq is down, Russell's down, Nickel's down. We've got the Euro stock is down. We've got DAX down. This is the there we've seen some bearish movement right here in the stock. When the stock market dips, we definitely see some money moving into euro, and that's what's happening right here. Investors are pulling out of stocks, moving into currencies. VIX back up again. Look there, panic started again. Anytime you see the VIX jumping up, and we did see another push on VIX right here to 55.65. It is still a huge concern. Crude oil dipping down south. We got crude oil dropping. All right, we got crude oil down here at $33 a barrel. All right, so we're seeing definitely a bearish move on crude. Crude oil is going to recover at some point. I know that they're trying to push it down even further, down to $25 a barrel, but we're going to see recovery in crude. It's not going to just go south all the way down south without some sort of movement. Gold, of course, we've had a correction in gold this morning, or at least in the last 24 hours. I believe I've got the dailies open here. Hold on. There it is. That's the daily right here. So going back to, let's see here, gold. Yeah, we have had some movement in gold on the daily. So daily has definitely moved right here. All right, so there it is there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details right here of the next currency pair. So the euro, Aussie dollar. I'm going to stick in on the euro, Aussie dollar. If I go ahead and take a look at my trading opportunities here, and I'm going to go to the euro, Aussie dollar right here. I can see that my break-even point is now around about 471 pips away. Now it seems a big deal, but remember the average 2 range on this is actually moving higher. We're at a 208 pip trading range, daily trading range in this. So it's no doubt that there's going to be some reaction or be some bigger distances between my break-even point and where price is trading right now. Let's take a look at the euro Canadian. Okay, so this actually reconfirms what I was saying earlier on about I don't believe that the euro is the one that's actually doing the movement at the moment right now. I believe it may be things like EuroCAD, right? Where EuroCAD seems like it's not moving at all due to after the rate decision. We're now seeing the market actually moving sideways on EuroCAD. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what we just saw on the calendar. We just, well, at least on the future index, we've just seen that crude oil was indicating that it was bearish for the day. We did see that the dollar, and we're going to go to the dollar index right here. Dollar index is in on a rally at the moment right now, seeing some bullish movement in the dollar. So dollar's in a rally. We did have some tops at the top right here, and if you actually look at the dollar at the moment right now, I had some trend lines put in here. It looks like it's all gone. So let me go ahead and see if I can get that back again. All right, so we had a trend line drawn in here. I'm going to have to put it in again. There it is there. And go ahead and put that in there. Okay, so we've got a trend line in. Prices may hit support right here. We're getting the bounce of support. So dollar looks like, from a technical perspective, it looks like that is back inside the channel, bullish channel right here. And so therefore, if we break through these tops right here, we could go up higher on the dollar. Again, investors moving to safe haven. Dollar seen as safe haven. Euro seen as safe haven. We've got Swiss franc. We've got JPY. All seen as safe havens as price moves to that area. So let's go take a look at US oil. US oil right here. Pull it open. This is what US oil looks like. US oil has hit bottom right here, but we've seen some bearish move over the last 24 hours. Market's moving bearish. This is once again a support level. Listen here. there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to see some sort of rally on US oil. It's just going to have to take the market some time to establish that support here and start working its way back up. All right. Oh, now Craig mentioned that his son is in New York and he's in quarantine. Co-worker in the Bank of New York on his left and right contracted it. Wow. Craig, I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend, and please keep us updated as to what goes on. Right? Listen here. Prayers go out to Craig's son, man. Prayers go out to Craig's son. This is not a joke, my friends. This coronavirus is taking off like wildfire, and it is not fun. Not fun at all. US. Look at the US. My goodness. Look how this is actually spiraled out. We had one stage, I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago. No, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago, we were just talking about the coronavirus here in the US, and we said there was 57 cases. That no deaths, just 57 cases. Now we're at 1,269 cases. We've got 37 deaths since then. So we've almost did 100% of what the cases we had. We almost at 100% of deaths right now in the US. It is not fun at all. If you look at China, 80,000 cases, 3,000 deaths. Italy, 12,400 cases with 827 deaths. This is huge. And businesses are already starting. Yeah, I already know a lot of businesses that I'm involved with that are shutting down. When I say shut down, I'm saying they're going into quarantine. They are not. They're telling the employees to go home and start working from home. They're putting in some sort of work at home program with a lot of different companies that working. They got these work at home programs to help contain this virus and to not allow it to spread any further. And so I've already told my family that, you know what, let's just shut down a little bit. Let's not do everything. And if you follow me on my private social media, I'm a very social person. I go out and I do a lot of stuff. We're out at parties, we're out at places, dances. We go to movies a lot. We just do a lot of stuff, and we travel a lot. We're traveling to New York, LA. We've gone to Italy, Italy. We've done South Africa. We've gone virtually almost everywhere in the world. But it's time to shut down. Cruises, we love cruising. We've got a cruise coming up in the end of the year. We wanted to plan one just recently, and we just cancelled that. We wanted to plan another cruise. So look here, I'm making changes. I know a lot of other people are making changes. Businesses are making changes, and this is affecting the economy. It's affecting, of course, the way people see investing as well, and that everyone is going into more of a conservative approach. But the good thing is this. The great thing about this is, although the stock market's going to hell, we're still seeing great movement out of the currencies that we can take advantage of. Right? There's still great movement that we can trade based off that. Now, there's two ways to trade. There's position trading, and of course there's position trading, there's swing trading, and then of course scalping. Right? Now, doing some swing trading at the moment right now is easy, very easy when the market's moving so nicely. When we have these tops and bottoms, and you can see resistance, support, holding, you can define exactly how to trade the market. So swing trading is pretty easy. If you are a position trader, where you add on positions, you do multiple trades, you need to be a little more patient with the market. A little more patient, and that's what we're doing right here. We've been a little more patient, and we're allowing the market to do what it needs to do. So let's go back to the currencies right here and take a look and see what's going on here. Here we have the US oil right here. So going back to EuroCAD, we've seen some bearish movement in crude oil, right? So we've seen bearish movement in oil. That means the Canadian is going to weaken, which should push this to the upside. Think about it, right? If the Canadian dollar is weakening, all right, and the news out in Europe with the rate decision is positive for Europe, we should easily see a strong rally on EuroCAD, right? but it's not happening. So the news out in Europe is not as positive as some may seem to think. All right, it's not positive, and we're actually seeing a weak move on euro. So I'm expecting that the move that we're seeing out in the euro Aussie here is driven by the Aussie itself. Now we can also go to like Aussie CAD, and if Aussie CAD is working itself bearish, well it is, then this tells us that we're having weak and very strong weak Aussie. The Canadian dollar, if that's weak, what's that going to do to the Aussie CAD? It's going to go bullish, right? So this is actually what we're seeing right now is really just an Asian move to the market. No more, no less. This is an Asian move. Now, when I say Asian move, I'm talking about Asian currency pairs. We're talking Aussie US dollar, New Zealand US dollar, and then also take a look at JPY as well. So right here, this is Asian movement right now that we're getting. This is not anything to do with US oil, not anything to do with the Europe, the rate decision that took place now in the last hour. So going back to Euro CAD right here, I'm definitely expecting Euro CAD stock correcting itself, right? Especially if we start seeing US oil starting to pick up a little bit. I know that we still got the price war taking place, but as soon as things start calming down with that, we're going to start seeing some upside move. So let's go to Euro JPY. Euro JPY price moved down this morning, but it's starting to suck up a little bit right here. You can see right there, we're moving back up above the trend line. So if it moves back up the trend line, we should anticipate that price will go back up to the top of the channel. All right, so we're looking for price to move back up to the top of the channel up here. So Euro JPY, and I believe we are in on Euro JPY. We're buying Euro JPY, so we should be looking for price. And again, we may need to be a little bit patient on this. All right, it may take us a couple of weeks to get to where we need to be. Let's take a look at Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar is this one right here. This again, this is more New Zealand weakness. All right. Do we have any sort of news coming out for the New Zealand dollar next week? Let's take a look here. GDP, we got GDP coming out. What about the Aussies? The monetary policy meeting minutes are coming out on Monday morning. Sorry, that's actually Monday night. We do have the FOMC. What is this? No, hold on. This calendar must be adjusted. Are they going to go ahead and consider another rate cut here out in the Feds? Hey, is this going to stay here? I mean, this was placed here before we had the rate cut yesterday, last week, right? So they jumped forward 2 weeks and made a decision on cutting the rates 50 basis point. Are they going to come back again on the 18th and talk about another rate cut? Aussie unemployment rate. Let's go take a look at the next week. There we go. This is what I'm looking for right here. So we got the New Zealand rate decision coming out in the next couple of weeks, and that is possibly going to be a rate cut. All right, they're going to follow suit. They'll follow the Aussies. All right, do a rate cut. Is it going to be 50 basis point? Are we going to see a sharp move on the Aussie? On the New Zealand dollar like we've had with the Aussie this week. In fact, last week. Pound. We've got pound rate decision coming up over the next couple of weeks too. Now, pound. Let's go take a look over here this week, and you can see pound already went and dropped 50 basis point rate here already. So again, is pound and is US dollar going to in 1 month cut the rates for the second time? Right? That certainly will continue this madness that we're seeing right now in the market. Right? Yes. Let's go ahead and continue here. So Euro New Zealand dollar, this bit of rally right there we're seeing right here, we're going to see a correction. All right, we're going to see a correction in the market. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Look at Aussie. This is pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, we hit resistance up at the top here. Okay, and we're looking for price to come back down to retest support. All right, and that's what we're looking for. That's the next move on the pound Aussie. Next move on the pound Aussie is bearish. All right, next move on the pound Aussie is bearish. and we are currently in the pound Aussie. We're selling. All right, we are selling. Let's take a look over here. Pound. How do I get the pounds so quickly? So pound Canadian. All right, pound Canadian. We're right down here at the support level. Pound Canadian. What did we were doing on pound Canadian? We're buying. Right, buying. So we're at the support right here. We expected price to hit this resistance, come back down, retest this support right here. Now we're looking for price to go ahead and move back up. This is where we saw the channel. Right, this is the channel we have right here. And we made an adjustment to this channel. The channel adjustment was this. Price come back down to support right here. We may see another move back up north. And by the way, we filled up the gap. We finally filled up this gap that we had over the weekend. There it is there. Gap being filled. Right? Now we're going to expect price to go ahead and work its way back up north. We're at support. In fact, from a swing trading basis, let's take a look and see what we're doing here from a swing trading basis. Pound JPY right here. Buy of support. All right? So we actually have gone ahead and looked for this support right here, and we said we're going to be buying off the support, looking for price to continue to work his way back up north. So pound, and this is pound Canadian, not pound JPY. Pound Canadian. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. We were selling on pound Canadian. I was looking at pound JPY just now. Pound Canadian, we were selling at 179. Let me go take a look and see. Hold on a second here. Pound Canadian. Oh, we are selling. All right, so we're up on this one right here. Target is down here, and we have how much to go to? Listen here. We've got about 172 pips to go before we hit this target. We've made 400 pips on how many positions we've got. We've got 2 positions, so we've 816 pips right now. I'm going to be closing out pound Canadian. All right. The reason why I'm closing out pound Canadian right here is because if we take a look over here, this is a support level right here. I'm expecting price to actually bounce back up. All right. I'm looking for price bounce back up. I've seen this is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is retesting wave 1, creating wave 4. I'm expecting price to move up. If it moves down south, so be it. But based on my technical right here, I always said that if price comes back down to this level, I'm going to look to take my profit, get the heck out of Dodge. So what I want to do is on pound Canadian right here, I'm going to go ahead and close out this position right here and take my 216 pips. Sorry, my 816 pips. So there, I've closed it out, and let's go ahead and update this right here. So this one right here, 816 pips. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. So we haven't hit our target for that week, but I'm gonna go ahead and cash out on that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cash out on that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's the next currency pair right here. What's happening with Euro? Okay, good. Euro's in a sell-off right here. We're looking for price to come back down to support here. What are we doing on Euro here? We're looking for a bearish alert. All right, let's see if we got that bearish alert. I don't think we did. Let's see here. Now, hit its target. You see right here, we hit our target. Price never went into overbought conditions. So this is actually, Euro is a hit target this week. And this is actually a no trade. So no trade on the euro, US dollar this week. Now we are in on positions and we're bearish on the euro. All right, so we do have a bearish setup right here. So I've got to go ahead and look at this right now and say, all right, so we hit this target. Am I expecting price to move further down? Let me take a look here if we've got any other penny positions. No, we don't. All right, good. So let me move back to the charts right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. Here's going to be support right about here. What is our position on the euro? I think I've got some sells on the euro right here. Euro, US dollar. Okay, I'm slightly 62 in the money, but I've got 7 positions in. So 62 times 7. Let's call it 67, 36. So we've got about 6 and 7 is 420 pips right now. Can I expect price to move down even further than this? This is the question here. We're hitting support there. All right. If price closes up above this level, all right, if price, write it down. If price closes up above this level right here, and that is 1235, if we got the daily candle close up above that level, then we may need to go ahead and cash out and take what we've got on this trade right now. So this trade is, like I said, about 70 pips now. 75 pips. Okay, it's growing. So we're getting we actually start to see the euro selling off like it should be. We've got a rally in. In fact, we should see a stronger dip down here because we're getting rally in dollar and we're getting a bearish move on euro. We should see the sell off a little bit more. All right. So we should be seeing it sell off a little bit more and get back down to this support down here. I'm going to go ahead and put another level in here. This is my next target right here. All right. I want to get price retesting that level at 1172. So that's not a lot. It's about 70 pips going south from the break of this trend line. Now we did break down to a low here at 1236. All right, 1236. Hang on, wait a minute. Sorry, 1196. 1196 right here. We did see price move down to 1196 right here, but not quite to 1172. But again, if price holds up at this level at the close of today, we may go ahead and look to take our profit and get the heck out of Dodge. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at Euro Aussie. Let's go to Euro Pound rather. All right. This is a third wave right here. All right. And I'm expecting price to eventually go ahead and pull back. It may not be doing it right now, but we're going to see a correction move very soon on this. All right, I'm going to stay long, or at least continue to hold my shorts on the Euro Pound. Let's go take a look at, why did I skip those pairs? I don't even know why I skipped them. Let's go to Pound JPY. This is the one I was trying to look at earlier on, Pound JPY. Pound JPY, what we were doing on Pound JPY? We were buying on Pound JPY. I think we got out some buys. We're buying this one right here. So we have moved down lower. Again, looking for a correction move on this one right here. Once we start seeing the correction, we'll make decisions as to how we're going to trade this. Let me see, where do we have this? We had that there. We've got another level down here. All right, let's see if price comes back above that. We'll monitor this level too. All right, so we've got to see some sort of correction. Right now, we're not seeing the correction yet, so we'll continue to hold on to that. Let's take a look at the Euro, Pound New Zealand dollar. We're looking for a sell-off. No, we closed that out. Then we've got Pound Aussie. We spoke about Pound Aussie. Have we? I think we did, yeah. Yeah, we spoke about Pound Aussie. We said that we're expecting Pound Aussie to go ahead and dip. We're going to wait and be patient on that one. We've got, let's see here. Aussie JPY. We were buying on Aussie JPY. Let's go take a look at that. That's not moving quite, but the same thing here as we got this setting up with a We had an internal support right about here. And then we had an internal support right about here. I'm going to keep this here and see if we maintain this support right here. If we don't, then what I've got to do is I've got to make an adjustment to that low there. And then we should see price come back down to retest this support level here. So I'm going to hold that up for right now. Let's see how that maintains itself. Let's see if price comes back up and stays above that trend line. And then we should be seeing price moving back up north. All right, we'll keep an eye on that as well. Aussie CAD, we looked at Aussie CAD already. We closed out this week's profit, but I know that we're holding on to some sells from last week. Oh, no, we're not. No, we've got nothing on the Aussie CAD right here. All right, let's go take a look at New Zealand Canadian right here. We closed out, so we closed out New Zealand Canadian. So let's take a look at US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD, we were active sells. And obviously with the news that we've had, positive news out of the US, or this price, not positive news out of the US, but more money flowing into US dollar based on a safe haven. And again, this is also a big breakout right here that we've seen. We've broken out of the high of 2018 over here, and we are looking for price to come back to retest support again. So we'll be looking for a correction on this. It's not in place. It's not taking place yet, but we've got to be patient. All right, got to be patient. Price needs to go ahead and also fill up the gap right here. All right, here's our gap, a weakening gap right there. We want to see price moving up, moving back down to retest that. We haven't seen that yet. This is a, what is this? At least a 270 pip move and possibly a 370 pip move. All right, that's what you're looking for right here. Fernando says pound Canadian is going down. Is that fast? Going down fast? Pound Canadian, let's just go back to pound Canadian right here. All right, here's pound Canadian right here. Pound Canadian is going to test this level. Listen here, but below this level right here, it stops. The reason why I closed out my positions on this right here is because I'm anticipating market price to go ahead and stall and move back up again. So we could see this. This could be very volatile in this area. And the reason why it's going to be very volatile in this area is because there are stop losses just below that high. And price is pushing down and just taking out stops, Do I expect price to continue to move down south? Well, I do expect this to be at least a temporary support level, if anything else. A temporary support level and a bounce off that. If price does move off there, then it is what it is. If prices come back down to support here, I decide to go ahead and cash out. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at the US oil right here, US oil is the factor. We're at $30 a barrel at the moment right now. It's also at support. There's going to be a recovery in US oil, right? We've already hit 27 and change in the gap over the weekend. We're going to see a recovery in US oil. When we see a recovery in US oil, pound Canadian will start rallying. Aussie, Canadian, depending, of course, what happened in Australia, we're going to start seeing some sort of rally. We'll see a recovery in US oil, right? This is a support level for the market. Now, what is the next level of support that the market could get to? Right down here. If price continues to fall without any sort of correction, which I don't see that happening, I do see price coming back up to retest $42 a barrel. I'm not saying the price is not going to move further down. I'm not saying that US oil is not going to see $21 a barrel come into play. But I believe we're going to see a retracement move, retest of around about $42 a barrel first before we start seeing a move further down south. So I'm expecting correction move on this. All right. Okay, so this is where we're at. All right, this is where we're at. We're going to go ahead and continue. Let me see where we are with regards to my positions right here. This is what I look like. This is my position that I have. All the positions that I currently am holding right now. All right. There it is there. Still down for the week. All right. We start off at, we're down about $400 for the week. I'll go ahead and take a look at the weekly setup right here. Down about 400. That's about 4%, just a little bit more, maybe close to 4.5% down. All right. We're still down on this overall. We're trying to crawl back from the flash crash on the weekend. We'll see how that takes place over the next couple of days. Heading into the Friday, we'll see how the market turns around for us by tomorrow morning. We'll check out and see what we have before the weekend. And then if it means that we hold on to trades over the weekend towards next week, then so be it. It is what it is. We are position traders. We've positioned ourselves in the market. Now we're going to wait for the market to plan itself out. Go through all the ups and downs that the fundamentals are creating the volatility in the market. We need to go through those ups and downs and then make decisions as to where and what we're going to be doing based on our trading positions. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of the pairs that are still, I think it was, what was the Euro US dollar? One of the pairs, Euro US dollar, if it does continue to hold at that support level, I may end up going ahead and getting out of that trade as well. So there are pairs that I will monitor between now and tomorrow and make decisions on. But for right now, this is where I stand on the positions I have. All right, traders, well, that's it. Man, chaos galore. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the session today, picked up a few tips, and obviously we'll go ahead and review it again before we go into the weekend. We'll check it out tomorrow again at the same time at 9 o'clock. So with that being said, I'll see everyone back again tomorrow. This is Big Dog, signing off.